Hello guys, how are you doing? Hope you are good. It's Biriziki Vlogs behind the scenes. Hope this finds you well. Today is on a Saturday, a weekend. I happened not to vlog during the day. Decided let me make some chicken. Do we call them chicken curry, chicken? Yeah, just a simple chicken meal. These are chopped pieces. I'm putting in a pan on fire at a moderate heat. Since it's a broiler, we're not gonna do lots of water and boiling. We just do a simple step like this. On a pan and cover it. Let it cook. Broilers normally don't need that much of cooking or boiling. The meat is softer and it cooks faster. So stay tuned. If you're watching this without subscribing, please subscribe. Road to 5,000 subscribers. Yep, that's what I'd say. And if you wanna join membership, please join membership. It's a kind request. Cause soon, I'll say latest on Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday we're gonna be having a video coming up that only members will be able to view, and it's gonna be juicy. Yep, I have been planning that for some time now, so stay tuned. Remember to join the membership. It's as low as $3 because the highest is $5. 3.99 and the other one, the highest is 5.99. That's how high, how far I could raise it. So you can choose not to go with the highest dollar, that is 5.99, and choose the $3, that's 3.99. I wanna chop some onions. Today I happened not to go to church but do some family time, catching up with family, the extended family, and it was fun getting to know on how we grew up when we were young. I was born in a place where we were living so many tribes, not like the Kisi tribes only. I'm using this machete. It's been chopping. Let me wash it. I chopped meat with it. Yeah, it was of different tribes, but mostly the tribe that was always there was the highest, because when you live somewhere, each and every tribe is there. The tribe that was so high were the Kalenjin people, the Kalenjin community. We were recalling of how we used to interact with the Kalenjin community and how they are. Kalenjin have this milk that they call mursik. Mursik is just milk directly from the cow that is boiled. Normally they boil it using firewood and all that. It's boiled and then they let it cool down and put a black substance. I look for a picture and attach in it. They look for a black substance. It's a I don't know, do we call it content or what? If you are a Kalenjin and watching this, comment down below. What's that black substance that you put in it? They put in it and then do it in a calabash. In a calabash, it can either stay for a week. Is it usually a week? I think so. And then it gets thicker. And you know, calabashes were uses. I almost say calabash. Whoa, calabash was used to preserve food in the African traditional society, and it makes food so cold. Food can't spoil that easily. So that's where the Kalenjin put the milk. And the milk is so sweet. Hey, the Kalenjin people, respect for that. The Kalenjin is a wide community. They cover the Pokot. The Nandis too are Kalenjin, so what? I think so. Oops, my onion fell. We catched up on that. We catched up on how some of our neighbors that we had during them, they are so big. You can just imagine how big they are. Grown up, others are married, others have kids, others' life didn't go as they expected. I'm one of them. Yep. Because we bought this from Farmer's Choice and it was directly from the freezer. It kinda has some water. We tried to defreeze it by putting it in cold water for some time, something like 30 minutes. Yep. I'm back. I went to bring the onions. Let me wash them. The tomatoes, sorry. Let me wash them. Ooh. The catching up was so fun. I remember when we were growing up, we used to swim in the rivers. While swimming in the rivers, I remember this day I was given suspension from primary school. How I don't want to say my primary school, but I'll have to say it. My primary school was St. Patrick's Primary School. That's where I did like my junior. From class 1 to 3. That's where I studied. Those were in the year 203, 204, 205 there. That's when I was in that school. We used to call, the nickname for our school was St. Panya. St. Panya. Panya in English is a rat. Saint, because it's a Catholic, St. Saint. So with me, I schooled in St. Panya. That's St. Patrick's. It was a mixed school and a day school. It was a Catholic school. If you went to a Catholic school, you know how strict schools are there. The Catholic schools are so strict. Comment down below if you went to a Catholic school. Even in high school, if you went to a Catholic school. I know it was tough. Sisters in Catholic schools are so strict. One of the rules that was in that school is no bringing of food or any snack to school. That was one of the rules. I have to blow my nose. Yep. So that was the rule. No bringing any kind of food. May it be a snack, may it be mandazi, may it be chocolate or anything. Remember, I was in class 3. Right now it's being called grade 3. That's really very young. So the head teacher and the deputy had put that rule. Let me let the water boil first because I don't want to shout. I want to talk in a very low tone today. Oops, that fell. Some people cut tomatoes in different ways. You can cut it like this into tiny pieces. I don't know. With me, I cut them in any style because once they are on heat, they lose shape. Oops. So the water is over and it happened to have some oil. I think the fats, that's what I'm calling oil. Because these, if I let them overcook, once I pass this spoon like this, it's gonna break into pieces. And I'm using this cooking spoon, this one, because if I use the wooden one, it's gonna break it more into pieces, and I don't want that. This is the liver. Normally, if you pass your spoon like that, the liver will break into more pieces, and I don't want that. Let me like do away with it, like spare it. I'm cooking kales too. Those are kales. I've just fried them. It's a simple step. Where was I? Yep. St. Patrick's School. Banning of eating any food. That was a day school. So, I remember this day my mom came from work. She had brought in crepes. I know everyone knows crepes. Those are potatoes sliced into tiny round pieces and fried in oil. We call them crepes. My mom had bought crepes. I ate and hid some in my school bag. Went the following day. The pocket where I had put the crepes is the same pocket where I did put my ruler and pencils. So I went to school with it. The following day, my desk was a class prefect. Not even a class prefect. My desk was a lure, and the lady sitting behind us was the class prefect. So while opening the bag, the class prefect happened to see the crepes. I remember her asking me for some, and I said no. Do you know what she did next? She went and told the class teacher that Sharon, because my official name is Sharon, not Beriziki. Beriziki is my YouTube name. That Sharon brought crepes to school. That's what he told the class teacher. And the class teacher came, checked my bag, and really found the crepes. The class teacher didn't even think about dealing with it in class. She went directly and told the school deputy head teacher. And the rule was, if you are found with food in school, you're gonna buy your class everything. The whole class, what you are found with. Remember, my class had 51 students. So the deputy head teacher together with the head teacher called me into the office and gave me a suspension. A suspension that was gonna take 3 days. During those times, they hadn't started giving people suspension for 2 weeks. I've added onions, sorry, I almost forgot. It's like I'm doing story time while cooking. I'm adding a little bit of salt, then I mix. I was given suspension, and my mother was that fire woman. I remember going home, it was 12 when I went home. My mother usually came from work at 4. My mother came from work. Our house was kinda on a valley, and you used to go like, you take some stairs that were like almost 12 steps to the house. So my mother alighted from, I remember we had tuk-tuks and poko shiras. My mother alighted from one of them and saw that her house door was open at 4. I remember her asking, "Who gave permission for my door to be opened at this time?" I thought people should be in school. That's what she shouted from up there. What I did, I took my slippers and ran. It's like I've made 2 mistakes at the same time. The first mistake I was found with crips at school and was given a suspension. Later on to go back to school with 51 pieces of crips for the whole class. The second thing is, my mother asked who opened my door this early, and I ran. That's the second mistake. I tell you, I was in a hot mess, a hot soup. Do you know the third mistake that I did? Instead of me running and staying within, I followed some kids and we went to swim in a flowing river. The river, we used to call it Mtoni. That's what we used to call the river. I ran, went to swim. That was the third mistake. The fourth mistake, while I was swimming, a nail pricked my toe. Nikadungwa na misumari. A nail did prick my toe, and it was very painful, a rusty pain. So I came home limping, and it was the fifth mistake. I came home late again. After running, I came home late and limping. We go in with the tomatoes. And then cover for the tomatoes to cook. Let me do this like that. Hope I'll be visible. I don't know. Am I? This was me today. I know I look homeless, but bear with me. Or I look the way I look, like an old mama or papa. So that was my fifth mistake. Let me check if it's recording. It is. That was my fifth mistake. I came home, my mama had cooked and she was waiting up for me with all my 5 mistakes. But first of all, due to her wondering why I'm home this early, there was this one teacher who was our neighbor. The teacher was teaching in our school. She went there and the teacher was known as Madam. Is it Agatha? I doubt. Agatha, no. She went there and that's ule mwalimu alikuanga anaitwa Mrs. Nyaribo. Yeah. Mrs. Nyaribo. You cannot, this story is the truth. Is the truth. It's not like a lie, a very truthful story. And then you used to sing Mrs. Nyaribo. So my mom went to Mrs. Nyaribo, asked her what happened, and the teacher told her I was given suspension due to eating crepes. Wow. in school. Hey, my mama was waiting with me. Was waiting at the door. Not with a mwiko or anything. It was a red slippers. If you were never caned with the red slippers, thank God. You didn't go through red slippers, blue slippers, a cooking stick. They were like traumatic things. So my mama was waiting for me. I came home. She was a good lady. She cooked, I ate, and then she sat me down. Tell me why you were at home that early. I had to tell her why. Oh, mfunge mlango tafadhali.
Nataka kutoka.
Mute. She told my mom everything that happened. So my mom was like, hey, I ate. My mom asked me what happened. I told her. She didn't cane me. Do you know what she did? She called my dad, told him that your daughter was given a suspension and she'll be going to school on this day. Come take her to school. That was like she was letting herself cool down first, because if she could have killed me at that time, I know she could have killed me with the lots of pain. The following day she went to work and told me she does not want to see anybody out because her house, the doors closes at 7 and opens at 5. Nobody is supposed to be there. I picked up my bag, I didn't go to school. I went to a place near school, sat there till it was almost 5 when other kids were told to go home. I followed back home. And my mom too knew I didn't go to school. That's another mistake, the 6th mistake. Now this second day, I'd say in Kisii we say Tori na Kiambori. I didn't. Now she was waiting for me with that red slippers. She asked me why I didn't go to school. Down. I was caned so mercilessly. Hey, the canes flew. The slippers flew. Hey, you don't wanna know. Let me see if the tomatoes are cooked. My mama caned me. She caned me all the cans for the 5 mistakes that I had done. If you're following my story, you remember my first mistake. Or if you're joining into the Premier Gang right now and you're wondering what are the 5 mistakes, I list them. The first mistake I ate, I was found with crips in school. And I was sent home. That's a suspension of 3 days. The second mistake is when my mama found out I ran away instead of me explaining myself. The third mistake is instead of me running and stayed within the compound, I went to swim in a river that was so deep. The fourth mistake that I did, nail pricked me. You know, our parents while we were growing up, if you get injured, they'll cane you, why were you injured? And then later on take you to the hospital. That was the fourth mistake. The fifth mistake, when she told me nobody stays at my home during the weekdays, everybody should be in school. Instead of going to school, I didn't go to school. Picked up my bag, wore my uniform, went, stayed near school till time, and then came home. And my mom knew about that. She caned me really mercilessly. And I haven't told you one thing. When I was found with the crips, there is this fruit. It's kind of, they usually, you when you're breaking it, it's not like a cashew nut. I don't know how to explain it. When you're breaking it, you break it with a stone. And then you eat the inner part that tastes like almost cashew nuts. I was found with those fruits in my bag too. But on that day when they sent me for suspension and told me go bring 51 for other kids, I knew a tree where those things could fall, and I went there, picked them, took them to school. So the problem was where to find money and buy crisps for the 51 students. Pupils, in fact, because in primary, we used to be told they are called pupils. I don't know nowadays how they call them, if it's still pupils or what. The tomatoes are cooked and ready. This is like a coconut curry beef, because I'm gonna do crushed coconut. Hope it's visible. Yeah, these you like get them directly from the market, and then go in with little bit of ginger. I don't wanna do so many spices like in bigger quantities. No, I wanna do them in like smaller quantities. Then go in with chicken masala. Even the chicken masala, I'm doing it in smaller quantity. Then go in with curry. This is curry powder, as small as that. Add some soy sauce. It's like I've put them all together, and then wow, just like that, and then mix. Wow, it's smelling so nice. Back to our story. My mama canned me and allowed me to stay for the second and third day at home. I stayed at home. My dad came on the third day in the evening and went the following day. He took me to school. This is where I knew that my dad is a very dramatic dad. So, while my dad didn't know what crepes is, he didn't know what crepes is. I'm doing some cubes, 3 cubes, for them to test, because remember earlier on, I did a little bit of salt, because the cubes and soy sauce at times have their own salt. If you do lots of salt, it's the meat is gonna be so salty. My dad went and bought rings instead of crepes. Yeah, my dad. And then we went to school. With me while going to school, I knew my dad has crepes with him. I didn't know in the bag is full of rings. And he bought the rings in excess, that's 64 rings instead of 51. I think you know rings. If you don't know rings, I'm gonna attach a picture down below. This is the soup that I removed while it was boiling. Add some soup. It's recording. Yeah, it's recording. Iko ni mondo kadogo. Hey. Oh, it's good. Then I'm gonna add in this liver. And that piece that I added was the gizzard. Let me test. So we went to school. had add a little bit of soup for it to boil with some water to make some soup to boil with. So we got to school. The head teacher opened up what was in the bag and found that it was not crisps, it was rings. And you know that head teacher thought, I don't know what he was thinking. How can you quarrel with a parent in front of a student? The head teacher was like, your daughter didn't eat rings, your daughter ate crisps, and we want crisps. My dad asked him, what is crisps? I've never even tasted crisps in my entire life. What is crisps? Explain it to me. And then the next thing my dad told the head teacher, do you think you are the only one who has offices to work on? Or do you think the rest of us don't have work to do? You'll either take this and let my kid stay in school, or you give me my kid, I go with her at home. Yeah? The teacher was silent, took the rings, gave to the class teacher, and I went to class. When I got to class, the 51 rings, I'm the 51st kid. 50 rings were given to the student, the pupils, and the rest of the rings I was given to eat there until I finish. Because my dad was tough-headed. That's what the class teacher told me. That was my first suspension. Remember, I was given a suspension while I was in grade 3, which long ago we used to call it standard 3. That's when I was given suspension. My second suspension was in high school. Let me lift this like this. Hope you'll be seeing me while I'm there and trying to put these spices back to their rightful places. My second suspension was in high school. I remember I was in Form 3. Yeah? I don't want to say which year it was, but just know I was in Form 3. I happened to go to this school. It was a really nice school, a strict school. In that school, that's where I knew about cleanliness, apart from the ones that I was taught by my mother. Cleanliness, I was taught in that school. I remember I had a white bed sheet and a white pillowcase while in that school. That's how my favorite color became white. And I know till date, if you are watching this video and we went to the same high school, you know that most of the students from there, their favorite colors are white. Yeah, because of the white bed sheets and the pillowcases that we used while we were being taught over there. So the Form 3 students thought that it's wise for them to for us to plan a strike, and the strike was planned. We had Form 3. Was it? Let me use green, blue, red. Was there green? Kwa Siongi.
Siongi Rai was a jungle green sweater.
The classes.
The classes, the color of the walls.
Like the classes, like Form 3 green. Zetu zilikuwa zinaitwaje? I don't even remember too. Because let me just use green, yellow, red, blue, because they were 4 streams. So our class, which was yellow, I'll use yellow, planned a strike. This is one thing that they didn't know. You know, there is something about that school. Most of the kids there were orphans or single parents. They were brought up with single parents. And they usually say, this is what the teacher said, kids who are orphans and single parents brought up, they are so tough-headed. I don't know. If please you are watching this and you are single parent, I don't know. But that's what the teacher told us during that time. They are so tough-headed. And while grouping us into the streams, they didn't know that our class landed with most of the orphans and the single-parented kids. They didn't know. Our class stream was full of those kids. So we planned a strike. The strike was planned within 30 minutes. Reason being, when they're serving us meat, they're giving us 3 pieces with lots of soup. We want to be served meat like when you scoop it, you you scoop it. That was what I mean. The strike was all about. The school director, by then, I think he sensed my chicken is becoming. He sensed that something is wrong and tried to talking us that time, cause even that school, that's where we were taught about prayers. Cause in the morning while going to class, we usually woke up at 4:30. By 5 you in class, 5:02 you start praying, 5:10 remedial started. That is AM in the morning. In the evening when the bell rings at 10 p.m. to go to sleep, the first, immediately it starts, everybody closes their book. You stand, sing a praise and worship, either a praise song or a worship song. It depends with what your class worshiper decides to guide you in that day. Sing, and then the next thing, pray, then go to sleep. That was our schedule. If your class is found that they are not praying, Ken's could be flying the following day. So he came, the director came, and he used to call us Baba. He was like, Baba, what's wrong? Baba, I'm sensing that. I think he sensed that something is not right. Everybody was like, nothing is wrong. We went to sleep at 10:20 over there. The strike happened at exactly 11 p.m. at night. Hey, Shege happened. Other students got injured. If you are ever handling strike, I think that's why the Gen Zs who are now striking, I'm not encouraging that. Most of them plant strikes in school. That's how they know how to mingle and handle all that. The strike happened. For those who did not cooperate, they got injured really bad because they didn't know the route to follow. Because when you're planning strikes, they always say the route. We're gonna start from here, head here, head here. Those who didn't cooperate, who didn't listen, didn't know the route to follow. Hey. Who's they? They got injured. I remember there is this lady who got cut by the iron sheet from here till here that night. The following day, an investigation. I remember one thing after that. Oh, this is even funnier than I thought. When I'm trying to remember it, it's even funnier than I thought. I remember that day. You know very well. Is it in Sotik or where the GSU police officers are placed? They were landing in school with choppers. They were flying. You see that thing we see in moving, them hanging with ropes from the choppers. They come jump into the compound because our dormitories were fenced and had only one gate, the entry and the exit. While striking, the dorm was closed. And the school matron's door was too close. They closed it from outside with a padlock. What is it? Sorry. They were. Everybody is listening to this story because they know it. They were hanging from up, jumping into the dormitories. I don't know who brought out a padlock and locked the matron from the outside. I don't know. But it happened. It was real. The commotion was stopped. All of us, we laid down. I remember it was the rainy period. And if you schooled in Bomet County, you know that the soil over there, when it's on the rainy period, it's so, the soil is so sticky, and water doesn't, how can I say, it doesn't disappear into the rain. Water is all over. It gets swampy. I'd say we were told to lie down on that swampy area for almost 3 hours while they're trying to investigate who started the strike. And then it was found that it was our stream. The whole stream, we were taken to the cell. These cells are found in, I don't wanna, after Siongiroi, kwenda mbele. I don't remember that place. We were taken there for a whole night. And then the following day, we were given letters to go home for 2 good weeks. That was my second suspension. 2 good weeks. And later on, the rest of the school came back to school within a span of 2 weeks. With us, we were given another 1 extra week. Then we come to school with a fine. I don't remember the fine. I think my chicken, coconut curry chicken is ready. Hope I didn't exhaust the soup. Wow, cooked and ready. Oops. I'm gonna put water for ugali. It's getting late, but let's do this. This is yesterday ugali. With us, we don't throw it away. That's not how we were taught. You just remove the outer cover that's kinda heavy. You remove it just like this. Back to our story. After we got home after the 3rd week, you come with your parent, and latest, if you are late, 10 a.m. in the morning. With me, I remember I'm coming all the way from Kisii. And if you know where Siongiroi is, you either alight you alight at Chebole, take a bike, because I don't know if it's 42 kilometers away. 18 kilometers. You take a bike for the 18 kilometers or a Probox. At least nowadays that way has been tarmacked. Is it tarmacked or lamed? Tarmacked. Hey, dust. Dust used to show us Shege over there. You are on a bike. When you get to school, you are so dusty. Or you take a Probox. I remember it was a Probox. And most of the students, because you don't want to use a lot of fare, you could sit at the boot. And I remember in this second suspension too, I went with my dad, not my mom. I went with my dad. We got there, since the school principal knew my mom. I was told you have not cleared school fees. And what we did, we called my mom. They are saying we've not cleared school fees. My mom asked the principal, what school fees? What are you talking about? I think the principal had done some mix-up, because in Kalenjin, they love calling their kids Sharon. I remember in school, we were like, I don't know, 16 Sharons. Others were being called by their admission number. I remember there's this girl whose name was Sharon Chepto, and we happened to have Sharon Chepto, 5 Sharon Cheptos. So one was called Sharon C. The other one was called by the admission number. With me, my Sharon, I was called Mokaya. Since there are many Sharons, Mokaya. And my sister's was called Mokaya because she was 2 years ahead of me. She was named Mokaya, so the Mokaya remained. Me with my Mokaya. Mokaya too was there. My mom was rude to the principal, and the principal told me, you are so tough-headed like your mother. I remember that's what the principal told me. And told me, go out there, sit, listen to what the others are being told. We were just given a punishment to plant flowers all over the school compound and carry stones. Till now, if you go to that school, stones that are all over that school. Our class did that work. Even flowers, our class did that work. And that's how our suspension ended. So with me, since I started school until I was in Form 4, my first suspension was in grade 3 and my last suspension was in Form 3. These three letters, they have things with me. I've done the ugali, I've put it there, so I let the water boil, then we cook ugali. The ugali is ready. It's time to serve. It's just directly from the sufuria. I know Mr. Kenji loves this. He loves drumsticks.
Anapenda mama yake sana. Nusa mama yake.
With the rest, oops. Just like that. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know if you've come this far, watching while listening to stories, I know you've had that part of me, that side of me, of being given suspensions in school. I won't say that I was that student who disturbs teachers while in school. No. In high school, it's only I put myself in a wrong group. It wasn't a wrong group that I'd say it's a situation that found me like that. And in primary, it was a temptation that happened, a mistake. That's what I'd say. Hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed all the shenanigans. Let me turn my camera. And enjoyed all the shenanigans of Bereziki vlogs while growing up. Munawe sasa. Wash your hands and then tell me how the chicken tastes. Kenji. Wash your hands. Make sure you subscribe if you've watched this far or you're tuning in and you've not subscribed. Please subscribe. Road to 5,000 subscribers. Be watching the ads. Join the memberships. I'll be singing that song cause wait and see, cause on Tuesday it's gonna be a banger. A video is gonna be landing on the membership section. And for those who've joined the memberships, thank you very much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for always being there for me. Yeah, tell a friend to subscribe. Let me wait for their reactions, because today I made coconut chicken curry. That's what I made, and we're gonna take it with kales. We're taking it with kales and ugali.
I will test, then go somewhere. I need to be at the place.
Okay.
So, Kenji, now I'm mbio tuombe. We gotta pray.
Yeah, our baby gotta pray for us. Stand there and pray for the food.
Oh,
No, come here.
I am coming.
He's well. Come stand over here. He's well now, he's jumpy. Pray for the meal. Mm-hmm.
God, before we take it, in Jesus' name, Amen.
Amen. He's prayed in a low tone. Taste the food. There is your food. I know he doesn't love hot meals, but my sister is gonna taste it. I want us to take a thumbnail together. I don't know if the ratio of salt did the rationing. I don't know.
Let me see.
If the Celts and the that did the rationing. Yeah. The coconut is coconuting.
Okay.
It's okay. At times, that's where most of us mess up. The salt section. Because if you're using salt, Royco cubes, and soy sauce, that you gotta be careful in that section because soy sauce has its own salt. Royco cube has its own salt. And salt is another salt. So let me end this video here till the next one. Bye bye till we meet again on the next video.